Okay, so today I've just been out, went out yesterday actually and picked up the Spore Galactic edition. You see there. It came out yesterday, which was Tuesday the 2nd of September here in Australia. I played it last night, played it today, had some pretty good fun. Just figured I'd get a show and show what's inside. So as you can see, it's actually quite a large container. It's got this plastic covering over, which a lot of these special editions have today, so just pull that off. It's got some game details there, system requirements for Mac and PC, so obviously it works on both. This is the actual box here. You can see nice Spore in the front. I don't know if you can see that well, but all the little inscribings on the box, they're actually textured, so this feels almost like, I don't know, when you look at it closely it looks a little bit like plastic, but it's actually like a cardboard material that feels a bit like, almost a little bit leathery, but not quite. Anyway, inside the box you got two compartments here. There's the Spore Galactic edition and Spore special feature book, The Art of Spore, which is, I'll just pull these things out for you. So, shelf in there. That's the book, The Art of Spore. It's just gives you a rundown of what they were doing throughout the development, some concept art, early stage development, what they thought people would come up with, going through the stages of the game, civilization, tribal, all that kind of stuff. And here's the main part of the special edition. So, Spore Galactic edition, it opens up. This is the game disc here, nothing really special. Then you've got the Making of Spore DVD, which I haven't actually watched yet, but I think I'll get around to that in some time. This is actually the manual. If you look at that, this is 100 pages thick. I'm not really, I looked through it, I didn't actually read most of it, only when I ran into a problem in the game regarding what to do in some stages. I actually searched through it and found what I needed. But it is really, really in-depth of what you need to do. Like, it gives you a rundown of all the traits and all the DNA things that you'd need to figure out. I'm not sure if this actually comes with the standard game. Maybe it does, maybe there's a trimmed down version, I'm not too sure. Also it comes with this, which is just a nice poster. Okay, so here's the aforementioned poster, which I was having ridiculous trouble opening up. So I thought, in terms of like posters, it's actually pretty nice. In terms of actual gameplay, I find it like ridiculously fun. The game is very, very addictive, I guess you could say. There's only the one drawback. I've seen a few times, I've had it crash on me. This was mainly in the building creator thing for a few different of for the civilization stage. But whenever I did the civilization stage and I was building one of my buildings, the usual Windows keys sort of apply. So if you want to undo something, you press Control Z. So when I was painting one of my buildings, I pressed Control Z because I painted it apart the wrong color. And I did that and it worked fine. And then every now and then when I was painting this one particular type of building, I kept accidentally putting one part the wrong thing. So I pressed Control Z and it would force the game to crash, which was very unfortunate because I hadn't saved in about 2 hours. So I lost quite a bit. But it happened twice. Luckily the second time wasn't that bad. So we'll just go to a planet here, which I've been going on. You can't really see that, but that's called Bob. I'm very, very creative with my planet names. Loading times, I must say, are pretty damn quick. Also, I like this in the loading down here. It gives you it says just before they pop up, it says, you may encounter, and it shows you a thing across there. Now, that's like, so far I'm pretty sure, because as you should know, the game is very intensive on the sharing. So like you create your stuff and then it shares it to the network or something like that, and then people's planets and stuff will also pick up your stuff. So other civilizations and stuff you may run into in the single player game will have like your designs. Another person will see them and then say, oh, you know, that's great, blah blah. But it'll obviously generate these when it's loading, so it shows you down the bottom, you know, you may encounter blah 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 blah, and then there'll be ones, like most of them at the moment are just from Maxis, the guys who made the game, because I don't know if the servers aren't up yet, or just obviously because we got it early, there aren't that many around and it hasn't been picked up yet. But generally, yeah, I've seen a few different ones by a few different people, but not too many. So if we zoom in here, this is my planet. Actually, it's on my ship at the moment. This is my spaceship. Yep, now we're back down to my planet. Now, actually, the way you control the ship is pretty weird. You use you can do it a few different ways, but use the scroll wheel on the mouse to go up and down. You can see here. And you can use WASD to fly around. So this is when you're on a planet. This is my planet. To actually get to this stage, you have to conquer the entire planet, or you can unify the planet by non-military means. Me being, I don't know, a savage, I guess, I conquered it because I couldn't actually figure out how not to. That's probably because I'm in the game, this first run, I'm a carnivore and pretty goddamn evil. But, you know, hey, that's me. So anyway, this is my planet. If we want to, you can zoom out and go back out into the atmosphere, and now we're in space. So this is obviously the galactic stage, what you're looking at, the planet. When you play the civilization stage, you get pretty much just your planet, and you can zoom around there and make cities and stuff, and you battle with the other cities and try and take them over to unify it. I have to say, probably one of the most fun stages I've had at the moment was the tribal stage, mainly because it's just freaking hilarious. Like, when you go to the tribal stage, it's like the dawn of man. So, except obviously whatever creature you have. So in my case, it was the dawn of the four-armed, two-legged, pointy-head guys with claws named Steve. They did pretty well. Tribal battles are pretty fun because, like, very much like The Sims, they speak gibberish. What is that? Sorry, I just saw a comet. I didn't know what the shit it was. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the game is pretty damn fun. Only problems I've seen, obviously, have been, you know, crashing every now and then. I mean, it only happened to me twice. I'm not sure if it's a problem with the game or if it's just my system being a dick. But, you know, whatever. Other than that, I mean, as I said, the stages are pretty fun. It really steps up in complexity. Like, you don't really realize when you're playing, but like the cell stage is the first stage. It's pretty simple. It's almost like a side-scrolling adventure game, like back in the old days. But you have to eat stuff, get bigger, and avoid being eaten. And just for those out there who are going to play it, remember there is always a bigger fish. And those ones that look like they're in the background, sometimes they're not. So stay the hell away from them. I learnt that the hard way. But yeah, progressing through the stages, very fun. Obviously, everyone's played the creature creator by now. That's pretty good. Also a tip, when you go from the creature stage to the tribal stage, you don't need any of those weapons or bonuses, upgrades to your creature, so you can sell all them and make them look whatever the hell you look like between the the creature stage and the tribal stage. So yeah, but other than that, it's a pretty fun game. I'll just say it's very much like The Sims. I haven't actually played The Sims, but I get a very distinct feeling of The Sims from it. I've seen The Sims in action before. But generally, yeah, it's pretty fun. The only downside other than the crashing I see with it is it makes me feel really immature because I like it. But hey, who gives a crap? It's a terrific game. I'll give it, I don't know, a 9 out of 10. Sounds good. So yeah, thanks for watching.